Hello, friends, and welcome back to r/IDOWorkHereLady and our story for today. Colleague argues that I don't work there. When finding out I do, tries to get me fired. I hope you like this story and subscribe for future videos. Okay, so I just graduated 2 months ago as a teacher, English and economics, and immediately found out even before graduating. So I was very excited to start working as I hated my teaching practice. I'm a 23-year-old male and look like I'm 17 or 18. Very annoying, and I think you know where this is going. At the school I work at, there's a hallway, the forbidden hallway, that students aren't allowed to go through. The administration offices are there, so you get why students can't barge through it, but teachers and staff are allowed. The first few weeks were great. I made sure that the rest of the team knew that I was a substitute and that they knew my name, so after a week or so, most of the team knew who I was. One day, as I was walking through the building and looking at my cell phone, checking for updates and checking Smart School, it's a website we use at school, when I suddenly hear a loud shriek, "Put that cell phone away! You aren't allowed to use that indoors!" I thought to myself, a pupil was probably checking his or her phone. I thought nothing of it after that. A few minutes later, I wanted to go through the forbidden hallway and felt a tug on my collar. I turn around, and here we have a middle-aged Karen. I didn't know Karens could become teachers, but hey, I thought all of them didn't have jobs, so... Anyway, I've never seen this woman before at the school, but figured since I just started working there, I must have missed her. The following interaction occurs. OC, oblivious colleague. Me, the fairy of this story. NC, nice colleague. And PR is principal. OC, hey, you aren't allowed to walk through here. Me, I just worked there, so I thought that I wasn't allowed to. Oh, I'm sorry, I thought I could walk through here. Are you new here? Oh, yes, I am. I'm OP. Nice to meet you. I extended my hand to shake hers, which I always do when meeting people, especially at work. She looked at me, then my hand, then back at me. You should talk to me with a bit more respect. And you are also not allowed to use your cell phone in the building. Oh, I was just checking. I don't care. Pupils aren't allowed to use their cell phones. But I'm not. Don't lie to me. I saw you use your phone. She didn't even let me finish my sentence to say that I'm not a pupil. She thought I was, and that I was denying that I was using my phone. I've been following Storytime, Bumfrus, Dark Fluff, and other YouTubers that do, and I've always told myself that when I encountered someone who kept interrupting me, I would just lash out at them so they would listen. Big mistake. Me. Listen here, lady. In my language, lady would be considered a bit condescending and rude, especially when said by a pupil. How dare you talk to me like that? I'll get you expelled for that. So the bell rings and she storms off yelling, "You will hear from me again." I'm just standing there like, WTF just happened. An hour or so later, I was in the teacher's lounge, the break room. I also had a free period, and I was trying to understand what just happened. In the break room, there were only a few, 3 or 4 colleagues sitting, minding their own business, working, texting, talking, etc. At that moment, OC enters, sees me, turns red, then interrupts like a volcano. OC, what are you doing here? Everyone looks up, startled, and looks at her. She walks over to me and tries to grab me. Again. I get up, walk back, and try to say that I'm a teacher. But before I could open my mouth, she grabs me and tries to pull me out of the break room. I don't really mind people touching me. I mean, I don't mind if they would tap me on the shoulder or something, or hug me to congratulate me, but this was something different. You are not supposed to be here. Let go of me, you crazy bee, and I slapped her hand. She gets even redder. Didn't think that was possible. How dare you? NC enters the game. NC. OC, what are you doing? Let go of OP. She's still trying to grab me and drag me out of there. OC. OC. No, he's been disrespecting me, looking at his phone in the hallway, going through the forbidden hallway, and now insulting me. I'm taking him to the principal's office. He's a teacher here. OC looks at me, then to NC, then to the rest of the break room. Some colleagues were entering the room, so around 3 more were standing in the doorway with a shocked expression on their faces. And she storms out. So I'm standing there, shaking on my legs with a red face. NC, are you okay, OP? Me, yeah, I think so. NC, what happened? Why did she do that? I explained to them what happened. NC says, why didn't you just tell her that you were a teacher here? I couldn't. She kept interrupting me, calling me a liar, and threatening to get me expelled every time I opened my mouth. When telling the same story, some colleagues were laughing and others were just shocked. A few minutes later, OC and the principal walk in. The principal looks at me and says, "Come with me." I'm sitting there crapping myself. The principal's a pretty big guy and intimidating AF. I don't know what to expect because I don't know what OC told him. The next few minutes are complete hell for me. OC apparently told the principal that I insulted her, called her names, this part was sadly true, was making fun of her and assaulted her. Again, true. She had a red mark on her wrist, but she left out that she grabbed me first. OC told me that you hit her, called her names, and verbally assaulted her. Is this true? Me. Well, yes, but see, I told you. Principal. OC, calm down. OP, you've just started working here. What were you thinking? You can't assault fellow colleagues at work. I wanted to cry. I'm not very emotional, but it was just too much for me. This, of course, made it seem like I was guilty, like a child who got caught doing something bad and would proceed to cry because of it. Principal. I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to let you go. Me. But I didn't do anything. PR. OC told me, she lied. Nothing she said was true. I then proceeded to tell the entire story. OC was trying to interrupt me and kept calling me a liar. I finished and then OC said the following thing. OC. Well, it's his word against mine. She forgot, I guess, that there were witnesses present. I told the principal this and they called in NC because I only knew her name at the time. She explained everything apart from the previous interaction with my cell phone and in the forbidden hallway. Principal, OP and NC, could you excuse us for a minute? NC and I walk out, and when we closed the door, we heard the following outburst. Principal, you incompetent lying bee! You come to my office crying and screaming bloody murder because you mistook him for a student, not even letting him explain it, then on top of this assaulting him in front of other staff? You'll hear from this. The principal then called me back into the office when OC left. Principal, would you like me to call the police? Me. No, I'd rather not. I was still shaking, not thinking straight, and also just started working there. OC seemed like the type of person to spin the story around and blame me, so I didn't want my future chances to dwindle because of this. Principal, okay. Well, if you need anything or if she bothers you again, just tell me. After that, OC just kept trying to avoid me, and when that wasn't possible, she would just ghost me, pretend not to see me. The other colleagues are very supportive, and I'm lucky to work with them. Hope you all enjoyed this. I don't know what punishment OC got from the principal or if it would have consequences for, but I'm just happy that's over. And our second story. I don't work here, but you do. This isn't your typical I don't work here story. The lady knew I didn't work there, but I don't know where else this fits. Back when I was desperate for dollars, I took a job servicing filtered water coolers. I was to go to Business X and change their filters, then leave. Simple. And a very low-paying job. One day, I get an assignment to go to a retail store and change the filters in the break room. Sure, no problem, done it before. So I get there, and the manager, the Karen in this case, is my contact, so I contact her, and she meets me at the door. So far, so good. No sign yet that she's even a Karen. I get shown to the break room and put down my bag of filters and tools next to the cooler. And here we go. KM, Karen the manager. I'm me for obvious reasons. KM, you can't put that bag there. Me. Sorry, why not? KM, people have to come through here. No, the bag is out of the way of any door or throughway. Me, okay, where should I put it so it's out of the way? KM, rolls eyes. Find a spot. I have other things to do. And she walks away. I put the bag on the counter next to the water cooler, shut off the water, and get back to work. I remove the drain, the old filters into the bucket that I carry with me, and I'm getting out the new filters when KM comes back. You seriously put the bag on the counter? Are you an idiot? I'm sorry, where should I put my bag so it's not in your way? KM, anywhere but there. The germs on that damn thing alone are contaminating the surface. Me, I have disinfectant spray with me. I'll give it a wipe down before I go. KM, I'm calling your manager. Me. Okay, do you have the number for the company I work for? KM, idiot. She walked out. I don't care already. I'm being paid crap, and she's the idiot. I don't like taking BS, so I don't. I already had a plan to get back at her. So I finish up with the new filters, gaskets, and a bit of new plastic water line as one of the lines had yellowed. I give the contaminated counter a spray and wipe just as I said, and I'm ready to leave. Me. Calling out, I'm all done. Have a nice day. KM, pops head out of office. Whatever, idiot. You won't be coming back here, by the way. Me. Okay. Oh, but I would. I plop my stuff in my car and go back into the store. It's a retail chain since gone out of business, but it was big at the time. I come back in, and there it is, the KM. KM. What are you doing back in here, idiot? I told you not to come back. Me. Do you have item A in the store? I'd like to buy one, please. Her face melts, and her eyes go wide. Now, I'm the customer, and she has to serve me. And she just called me an idiot. KM. We don't sell those. I know that they did, as I'd spotted them on the way in. Me. No. Are you sure? KM. Yes. Me. Pointing. What are those? I'm talking normally, but the smirk on my face feels so good. KM. Oh, I didn't notice them there. I buy the item and thank her so sweetly for her help, then tell her I'll be filling out the online survey on my customer experience. Me. So what's your name? I'd like to mention you. Oh, the squirming was so awesome. KM. Please don't tell them about our interaction when you came to change the filter. Me. I'll make you a deal. Don't be so damn disrespectful to people in the future, and I'll hold back on my review of your disgusting behavior. She nods, and I anticlimactically give her a pass. Hey guys, hope you liked the video, and we'll see you again soon.